Welcome to the Walter Pyramid as Long Beach State's women's volleyball hosts Oregon State in an out-of-conference face-off. I'm Bruce Kuntz alongside JayDe Beaudry. Thank you for joining us tonight here on 22 West Radio. The Beach and Oregon State each lost to Stanford in their season openers across the last two nights. Long Beach took one set from the Cardinal on Friday, and the Beavers were swept yesterday. Both sides will look to shake off their losses to start the season and get into the win column in this one tonight. One big story from Long Beach's season opener was the return of senior outside hitter Elise Agee, who led the way with 14 kills for her Beach squad. Agee was second team All-Big West in 2023, but missed all of last season as an injury redshirt. She competed in the U.S. Women's National Team Open program in the spring and looked right back in rhythm on Friday back on this Big West volleyball court. JayDe, what stood out to you about Agee's return?
Well, before Friday night, Bruce, it had been 1 year, 9 months, and 5 days since Elise Agee last suited up for the Beach. And after so much time spent battling serious injuries and setbacks, Agee put on a show against Stanford, leading Long Beach in kills and playing with the kind of joy that comes from overcoming every obstacle on her road to recovery. In an Instagram post today, Agee called Friday night unforgettable and thanked everyone who has stood by her side over the past 2 years, from her family and friends to her teammates and coaches. She finished by saying, quote, "To be surrounded by this team now makes it feel all the more special. I'm so excited for what's to come this season, and I'm cherishing every moment on this journey." Making her return to the starting lineup tonight, Bruce, I can't wait to see what Elise Agee has in store for us tonight against the Beavers.
Agee started her collegiate career at Oregon for her first 2 seasons, then transferred to Long Beach, so including that injury redshirt season last year. She's been in this Beach program for 3 years now. One of the only consistent faces is this is a almost brand new roster. 12 newcomers on this squad for Long Beach, 6 true freshmen, 4 Division I transfers, and then 2 redshirt freshmen that are getting their first experience on the floor. So Agee brings some stability to that group, and she's stepped into a leadership role.
Absolutely. She has so much creativity in the way she plays. She can hit roll shots, she can go cross court, and she can go power angle. She's a smart player, she's a savvy player, and is really emerging as a leader on this Long Beach State team.
Oregon State is in the Pac-12 as a school, but they're competing in the West Coast Conference in women's volleyball this year, as the Pac-12 is still in the process of being rebuilt. They'll go back to the Pac-12 next year, but for now, Oregon State was tied 4th in the West Coast Conference preseason poll. Long Beach finished in 5th place in the Big West preseason poll, and even though they dropped that match against Stanford on Friday, JayDe, a lot of things were encouraging from this Beach squad that managed to take the first set from the number 6 team in the nation.
Yeah, Long Beach State certainly didn't look like the 5th best team in the conference on Friday night. But tonight, if they want to pull out their first one of the season, they got to do a few things. The first thing is receive well. Stanford killed Long Beach State in service. It was All-American Ellie Rubin who had a career-high 6 aces and a real turnaround second set. Long Beach State will look to their newcomers and look to their block as well, getting active hands up at the net, looking at Logan King tonight. She was the leading scorer on Friday night. She's also a return to the starting lineup.
It'll be the true freshman, Anna Jelinek, that'll be the starting libero tonight for Long Beach. She will definitely have an opportunity to try and turn around the serve-receive that was a problem for Jelinek on Friday, alongside Izzy Mahaffey, another true freshman for Long Beach, that both struggled in the service reception, but it's Jelinek getting the starting nod tonight. Long Beach wearing some alternate uniforms tonight. It's a black jersey, gold jersey for the libero, but it's more of a slate gold instead of the typical Long Beach State gold that you'd think of. It's a cursive text across the chest and then on the names in the back. It's a nice looking uniform, JayDe. Oregon State in orange tops and black bottoms, and both teams are on the floor. We're just about ready to go here. Long Beach State versus Oregon State women's volleyball in this Sunday matchup. It's Maddie Maxwell back behind the service line for Long Beach State. The sophomore setter had 31 assists on Friday, and she's got the serve to get things going. Dug out in the back row here by Narlioglu. First attack from Oregon State, dug out back row by Long Beach. Maddie Maxwell back set, goes over to King, dug out by Narlioglu. Nice job there. Oregon State still on the rally. They're going to have to free ball it over, though. First touch by King. Now Maxwell goes into the middle quick for Thomas, but it's a roof. Getting things started, the true freshman middle blocker, Alana Mars, stuffs it for Oregon State, and the Beavs win the first point.
Yeah, Alana Mars in the loss last night against Stanford. 6 kills. She's one of the biggest players on this Oregon State team, getting active on the block.
Oregon State getting their first serve now. It's Lauren Rummel taking it. She lobs it across the net. Pass from Kotsakov, a little bit overpassed, and Maxwell couldn't handle it. Ball floats across the net, and Oregon State takes care of it. Bridget Gold had it right in the breadbasket there. First touch kill, and Oregon State's up 2-0.
Yeah, so far, Bruce, Long Beach State not doing well in the service. Receive a sloppy pass, too easy for the Beavers.
It's the senior Lauren Rummel to serve again. Right-handed swinger gets it right on the tape, and it lands on Oregon State's side. So the service error there gives the Beach the first point of the night.
Yeah, Lauren Rummel's another one to watch for Oregon State tonight. Last night, 14 kills. She led Oregon State. She was selected to the preseason All-WCC team.
Rummel was a gold medal winner with Team USA this summer. Definitely a player to watch tonight. And now here's Elise Agee, the leader for Long Beach. She hits it right into the net, so a service error for Agee. That was a problem for Elise Agee on Friday, despite a very good overall match. Had 5 service errors, and she opens up this one with an error from behind the stripe.
Yeah, Long Beach really needs to improve in service. They're really good when the ball is in play. Their biggest obstacle has just been getting it over the net.
Here's Oregon State's libero, Yasmin Narlioglu. The Turkish native gets it across. Agee with a pass into the middle now, and it's a kill for Long Beach. Nico Thomas, the senior transfer, gets it from the middle blocker spot. Maddie Maxwell with the assist. It's now 3-2 Oregon State as Long Beach gets the serve back.
Yeah, really good there from Long Beach State. The first time we've seen them in rhythm tonight. Sit up the middle, getting it straight down was Thomas.
Izzy Mahaffey, the true freshman out of Queen Creek, Arizona, comes in to serve now. Mahaffey started on Friday, now comes off the bench in the second game of the season. She hits it over and in. Set goes back from Matias, but Long Beach able to dig out the Oregon State attack. Quick to the middle from Maxwell, gets blocked. Second chance for Long Beach, goes back to the middle for Sheffy, but Oregon State able to dig it out. Now their attack from Cormier dug out. Maxwell uses the right hand to keep it across. Now we've got the ball rolling across the tape. Sheffy with an attack, and Long Beach wins the point as Sheffy wipes off the block. That rally, JD, was a bit chaotic on both sides, but Long Beach able to scramble and find a point.
Chaotic and ugly on both sides, Bruce, but a point is a point. Oregon State, a few collisions as they were transitioning. Long Beach State, we saw them come out hot against Stanford. They need to find that same energy now.
Izzy Mahaffey to serve again. We're all tied at 3 in the first set. True freshman Mahaffey hits it over. Errant pass there from the Oregon State side. Their attack still able to get across from Lilo, though. Now here's a joust at the net on the Long Beach attack. Oregon State now on the attack. Sets up to the middle for Rummel, but it's tipped at the net. Long Beach still going. Maxwell sets up, and it's a kill for Annabelle Kotzakov. She's involved early now, and it's another assist for Maddie Maxwell.
Kotzakov, the Boise State transfer. Didn't see too much of her against Stanford. That's the first real swing we've seen out of Long Beach State in this game. They're up 4-3.
Long Beach on a 3-0 scoring run now as they're ahead 4-3. Izzy Mahaffey lobs it across the net. Narlioglu with a bit of a bad serve receive, but Oregon State able to scramble and get it across the net. Agee with the first touch. Maxwell sets it up for King, who pushes it across the net and out of bounds. Oregon State lets it go. We're all tied at 4.
Yeah, so far tonight, Maddie Maxwell has struggled a bit, just putting sets in the right spots. She hasn't gotten her shoulders square around some of these free balls. She's had to chase them down, but expecting better from Maxwell.
It's a tough big shoes to fill for Long Beach State in that setter position after Zayna Meyer transferred away. Maxwell was playing as an attacker last year, but now steps into the setter spot in her sophomore season. Emma Lilo serves for Oregon State. Pass from Kotzakov. Set goes to the middle for Sheffy. A tip at the net. Oregon State on the attack now. Tipped by Long Beach, and a whistle blows. So Oregon State wins the point. Looked like somebody might have broke the plane in the Long Beach front row, JD. Yeah,
Long Beach still needs to figure out what they're doing defensively. Had a lot of success against Stanford with a double block. So far, we haven't seen them get solid hands to an Oregon State attack.
Emma Lilo, the setter for Oregon State, lobs it up and hits it over and out. So Long Beach's back row lets it fly by and out of bounds. We're all tied at 5 as Long Beach gets the serve.
Yeah, Long Beach looking to just calm things down here. We're tied at 5. It's been a sloppy opening, but Logan King, 2 aces against Stanford. She's the one you want on the line right now.
Logan King, the redshirt freshman, works fast and gets it across the net. Pass from Narlioglu goes into the middle. It's a block for Long Beach, but Oregon State, gets it back across the net. Long Beach on the attack here. Maddie Maxwell goes to the left antenna, and once again, it's Annabelle Kotzakov with the kill. Kotzakov looking good here early.
Yeah, Rianne Sheffy wanted the ball first in the middle, but couldn't get back beyond the 10-foot line in time. Instead, it goes outside to Kotzakov. She hits it cross court. Beautiful shot.
6-5 Long Beach now in the first set. Long Beach State versus Oregon State women's volleyball. Logan King with another serve. Passes a bit over. Oregon State has to kind of shove the ball across the net after an out-of-system attack. It goes out of bounds, and Long Beach moves ahead 7-5.
And this is what we were talking about earlier, Bruce. Long Beach just needs to put the ball in play. Logan King, 2 straight serves. She's done that, and they've got a 2-point lead.
King fresh off competition for Team Canada this summer. Errant serve received there. First touch, Kotzakov with another kill. The Boise State transfer has the hot hand early for Long Beach. That's Annabelle Kotzakov's third kill already, and the Beavers are going to call timeout.
Yeah, Kotzakov's really gone to the same spot 3 times in a row now. That time on the overpass, it doesn't get any easier. She elevates, gets the swing from midnight to 6 o'clock, and Long Beach State now a 3-point lead.
Oregon State struggling to control Long Beach's serves here early, and the Beach have taken advantage. They're up ahead 8-5 as Oregon State calls timeout here in the first set on 22 West Radio. Timeout breaks, both teams back out on the floor. It's Long Beach State with an early 8-5 lead in the first set. Beach taking on Oregon State in women's volleyball here at the Walter Pyramid tonight. Logan King, the redshirt freshman, behind the service line as the Beach are on a 4-0 scoring run. King with another good serve. Pass from Gold gets up to the Oregon State setter. Dig is going to go out of bounds off of the Long Beach true freshman, Anna Jelinek. So it's going to be a kill for Oregon State. They break the Long Beach scoring run. It's now 8-6 as the Beavers get the serve.
Yeah, libero Anna Jelinek was one of the people Stanford targeted heavily on Friday night. She used to get both hands under the ball. She's very capable. The freshman playing her second ever game for Long Beach State.
Good velo on that kill from Alondra Paz. Serve here comes from Paz. McGee with the pass up to Maxwell. Maxwell backs it. It's a slide play, and it works to perfection. Rianne Sheffy picks up the kill for Long Beach State. We saw Stanford pull out that slide play quite a bit against the Beach on Friday. Now they go to it themselves and pick up a point.
First slide of the season, Rianne Sheffy. Excellent work. Perfect timing running off the setter.
Sheffy off of 5 kills on Friday. Awkward serve receive again for Oregon State, but the attack still gets across from Rummel. Dug out back row by Long Beach. Here's King on the attack, dug out by Oregon State. Now Hester gets a tip at the net. Maxwell tries to go up first touch, but Oregon State has a miscommunication in the back row after Alondra Paz almost went to the ground, just keeping it up in the air. A couple of her teammates looked at each other right as it fell on the floor. So Long Beach gets the point on a kill from their setter, Maddie Maxwell. Annabelle Kotzakov serves here. Oregon State on the attack. They go to Hummel, and it's down on the ground. Lauren Rummel picks up the kill, 10-8 now the score.
Yeah, Lauren Rummel, like we said, led the team against Stanford, paced them with 14 kills. Need to get her more involved tonight, though. They trail by 2.
Oregon State went to Rummel quite a bit, 33 total attacks in that matchup against Stanford last night. Serving now is Natalie Scholes, the German native. Long Beach on the attack. It's Elisa Gee on the left antenna. She's got the kill. Went right off the hands of the Oregon State blocker and down on the floor on the Beavers side. So Elisa Gee has a kill, and the Beach are ahead 11-8.
Yeah, our first look at Elisa Gee. Goes straight into a double block, full of confidence, no fear, gets the point.
Gee had 14 kills on Friday, has her first of this match now. Jelinek with a serve. Oregon State cannot handle it in the back row. Alondra Paz had it roll right off her upper arms and back out of bounds. So it's an ace for the true freshman, Anna Jelinek.
Yeah, Oregon State suffered in serve receive against Stanford last night, giving up 6 aces. So far, Long Beach looking good from behind the line.
Jelinek with her first collegiate ace right there. Rocking the libero jersey tonight. Hits it across, this time a better serve receive for Oregon State. They go quick to the middle, but Jelinek digs it out. Now Maxwell dinks across. Maddie Maxwell on the second touch for Long Beach. That's how she ended the first set in a victory against Stanford on Friday. Pulls it out again, and Long Beach is ahead 13-8.
Yeah, Maddie Maxwell standing 6'2", got some size for a setter. She can afford to be aggressive up there at the net when there's nobody blocking her. Another smart play right into the campfire. Maddie Maxwell, we love to see it. We love to see more of it.
2 kills already for Maddie Maxwell. She had 4 on Friday. Definitely can afford to be aggressive on the attack. Maxwell coming off a Big West all-freshman team selection last year. Definitely going to be one of the main players for Long Beach State this season. Oregon State made a couple of subs, so there was a slight pause on the floor, and now Long Beach ready to serve again. 13-7, Beach ahead. Jelinek lobs it across the net, going a long way to get underneath as Matias sets it up for Rummel, and it's a kill for Oregon State. They're going to keep going to that well as long as Long Beach can't stop it. Lauren Rummel picks up her 4th kill.
Yeah, Lauren Rummel had her eyes dead set on Anna Jelinek. Goes cross court, just trying to pick out the libero. They'll get the points any way they can.
Jackie Matias, the Hawaii transfer, back behind the service line now. Oregon State's setter lobs it over. Agee with a pass. Maxwell now goes back to Thomas on the slide play. It works to perfection again. The middle blocker, Nico Thomas, picks up the kill, and the Beach move ahead 14-8.
Yeah, Nico Thomas had a good game last night as well. Getting her involved in the slide play early. There's something new from Natalie Reagan, wanting to get the middles more involved tonight.
Very well executed there on a good serve receive from Elise Agee. Turns into a kill for the Beach. Here's Maddie Maxwell to serve. Puts it across, pass from Rummel, goes up, and it's quick to the middle. The kill for Oregon State goes to Alana Mars, the true freshman middle blocker, picks it up. 14-9, Beach still ahead, but the Beavers get the serve back.
Yeah, nothing you can do about that. Oregon State ran a great play, just getting the ball up straight to the 2. Alana Mars elevates, standing 6'4".
Lauren Rummel back to serve now for the Beavers. Coming off a first-team All-West Coast Conference selection. Formerly played at Arizona, but has been with Oregon State 3 years now. Her serve a good one. Kotsakov, not a great serve receive, though. The pass floats right across the net, and Alana Mars, the middle blocker for the Beavers, takes care of it. The first touch kill makes it 14-10. Beach will look to shake it off. Try and get back into good space on the serve receive. This time Kotsakov with a better pass. Maxwell back set goes over to King. Was a little bit offline though. King has to lob the ball across the net. Here's the Oregon State attack. Just snuck through the middle blocker for Long Beach, Nico Thomas. The kill will go to Miley Cormier.
Yeah, it was Thomas and Elise Agee up there together. Thomas thought she had it for a second. Fist bump, turned back, the ball was on her side.
Got a good piece of it, but the ball just barely rolled across the tape onto the Long Beach side. 14-11 the score. Rummel with another serve. Agee with the pass. Set goes right back to her, but Agee, as she faded out of bounds, managed to keep it inside the antenna. It goes off of Oregon State's blockers and out of bounds. Elise Agee showing off some athleticism to find a kill there.
2 blockers and the libero in the area, and Elise Agee still finds a way to come away with the point. That's the creativity we were talking about. She can have bodies in her face and find a way to get a point.
Shot a fadeaway jumper there, and now it's Agee behind the service line. Pass goes up to Matias all the way across the floor. The back set goes for a kill. Miley Cormier has it again. A nice job there by Jackie Matias, playing her second game as a Beaver. Was going all the way towards the left antenna and set as she was moving the other direction to her outside hitter. Miley Cormier picks up the kill. Serving now is Yasmin Narlioglu. Maddie Maxwell sets up for Kotsakov, who lobs it across the net. Oregon State cannot handle it. Couple bodies went to the ground, and the ball eventually deflects out of bounds. So a good effort, but nonetheless, it's another kill for Annabelle Kotsakov.
Kotsakov, that's her 4th kill. Oregon State able to get 2 touches, but not enough. Long Beach State going into the 3rd act of this first set, holding on to a 4-point lead.
Izzy Mahaffey subs back in. It looks like she's being used in service specialist role here in this first set. The true freshman tosses it up, hits it over. Good serve there. Lauren Rummel. Pass to the middle, and it's going to be a kill for Oregon State. Natalie Scholes, the sophomore middle blocker, threw a changeup across the net and found the soft spot in the Long Beach defense.
Yeah, Scholes just put that right on the 10-foot line. Not a lot of power on it. Just wanting to find the right spot in the floor. Oregon trying to stay competitive in set number 1.
16-3, Long Beach ahead. Skipped the media timeout in this first set because Oregon State had already called one. Tia Shum subs in, the graduate student, serves. Here's Maddie Maxwell, quick to the middle. Sheffy has it blocked. Long Beach still keeps it in the air, though. Goes over to King, and she's got the kill. Long Beach able to adjust, and the second time works. 17-3 now off the kill from Logan King.
Yeah, and that was great work from Maddie Maxwell. The ball came to her quick after Long Beach recovered off the block. She goes almost telepathically into a back set to Logan King. right on the money, down the line.
17-13 the score. King with the serve. Oregon State's attack dug out by King. Turns into a joust at the net, and Maddie Maxwell wins it. Going head-to-head with the middle blocker, Natalie Scholes. Scholes 6'6", Maddie Maxwell is 6'2", but it's the sophomore for the Beach that wins the joust.
Maddie Maxwell with a bit of yam time. They met at the net. Maxwell just wiped off the block.
Nice work there from the Long Beach State setter. Here's another serve from the left-handed swinging Logan King. Set goes outside for Oregon State, but it's dug out by the Beach. Now it's King on the attack. She gets it through the blockers and down on the floor. Logan King picks it up, her second kill of the night, and Long Beach is now ahead 19-13 as Oregon State calls their second time out of the set.
And it's another inch-perfect back set from Maddie Maxwell. We saw them working on it a bit in warm-ups. It wasn't quite connecting. When it's game time, when the lights are bright, when it's time to turn it on, Maddie Maxwell and Logan King are turning up.
Logan King with 2 kills on the night now. Maddie Maxwell already with 11 assists. It's 19-13 Beach as Oregon State calls timeout midway through the first set here on 22 West Radio. Timeout breaks on the floor. It's 19-13 Long Beach State as we've got the Beach hosting Oregon State in NCAA women's volleyball. Long Beach out ahead by 6 in this first set. It's Logan King, the redshirt freshman, behind the service line. Left-handed swinger lobs it across the net. Rummel with a pass ranging underneath. Matias sets up towards the opposite side. It's blocked by the Beach. Second chance for Oregon State. It's just at the net, and the Beach win it. Maddie Maxwell in the area alongside Rianne Sheffy, and the Beach win another one. They're now on a 4-0 scoring run.
Yeah, Maddie Maxwell doing really good on the outside. Ball comes right to her on a push, keeps it inside the antenna, gets it straight down. Long Beach now 5 points away from taking set number 1.
Oregon State makes a sub here. Reagan Shields, the Ladera Ranch, California native, comes in off the bench. Now King hits it into the net, so a service error there puts an end to the run for the Beach, but still a successful one as the Beach are ahead by 6.
Yeah, and that's only the second service error of the set. Long Beach keeping it clean from beyond the service line.
The Beach had 17 service errors in that matchup with Stanford on Friday, so they've cleaned things up from behind the line so far tonight. Have to imagine that was one of the focal points for head coach Natalie Reagan and her staff. Serving is Alondra Paz. Paz hits it across and out of bounds. Easy read there as it was too far left and too far back. So missed the court by 2 spots there in both the X and the Y axis. Service error makes it 21-14. Annabelle Kotsakov serves for the Beach. Pass goes up to the middle. Matias sets up for Rummel, and she pounds it through. Goes right off of the libero for Long Beach, Anna Jelinek, and out of bounds. It's another kill for Lauren Rummel.
Yeah, Rummel once again targeting Jelinek. That time looking at the back corner. Jelinek was in the right spot, but too much heat on it.
That one flew across the net. High velocity kill. Serve for Natalie Scholes, dug out by Jelinek right at the net. Maxwell sets up Agee. It's blocked by Oregon State, but the Beach have another chance. Goes right back to Agee. This time it's out of bounds. Agee got it through the blockers, but just couldn't find that left side of the floor. So an attacking error trims the lead to 5.
Yeah, at least Agee didn't miss it by much. That trademark cut shot, she can turn it on the line in an instant.
The 6'6" middle blocker, Natalie Scholes, serves again for Oregon State. Hits it over and just out of bounds. Nice job there by Agee to pull her arms back at the last moment and let it go. So Long Beach is ahead 22-16.
Yeah, it's going to be Anna Jelinek to serve. She knows a thing or two about aces. 920 aces during her prep career, playing for Nebraska 1 Synergy.
Jelinek, the 5'9" true freshman, hits it across. Oregon State on the attack. It's Rummel, got it tipped at the net. Jelinek with a pass. Now Maxwell sets up for Agee, left side. Agee has a kill once again. Elise Agee with kill number 3, and the Beach are 2 points away from winning the first set.
Yeah, Elise Agee got 2 sets back-to-back on the last sequence in that exact same spot. This time, makes no mistake about it.
16-23, the Beach ahead. Jelinek with a pass, or serve, excuse me, goes across. Rummel on the attack, and it is just inbounds. What an attack there from Lauren Rummel. Definitely showing off her athleticism here. So it's 23-17. Oregon State gets the serve back. Jackie Matias, the setter for Oregon State, back behind the service line. She hits it just across the tape. Kotsakov with a pass over to Maxwell. Agee just barely gets it across. What a play. Maddie Maxwell went to the ground on the set. It was low over to Agee. She used 2 hands and just floated it barely across the tape on a power angle. Oregon State had no chance to get there, and now it's set point for the Beach.
A delicate touch from Elise Agee, and now the Walter Pyramid on its feet. Maddie Maxwell trying to close it out.
Beach faithful stand up around the pyramid. Maddie Maxwell with a jump serve. Pass from Oregon State, the bit errant. Going to turn into a roof for the Beach. Lauren Rummel could not get it through the double block. Looked like it was Nico Thomas that got her hands on it. And the Beach win the first set 25-17. Great play to start this one tonight, JD.
And much improved play throughout this first set, Bruce. Long Beach started slow. They started a bit sloppy. Coming into that last stretch, they really turned it up. Long Beach State throughout that first set hitting 452. They didn't hit that high at any point against Stanford on Friday night. And Thomas with the big block to finish it out. Elise Agee in the area too. Nice to see her get more involved to close out set number 1.
Long Beach playing with some confidence here in their second match of the season. They won set number 1 against Stanford on Friday, then really hit a wall and struggled through the rest of that matchup. But tonight, they seem to have been able to shake it off and come out with a 25-17 set 1 victory.
Yeah, really, really good, Bruce. Excited to see how this one turns out. Sides are going to split well. Oregon State on our right, Long Beach State on our left. Going into set number 2, the message from Coach Natalie Reagan has to be more of the same.
Beach ahead 25-7 set, so they move ahead 1-0. We'll be right back here on 22 West Radio. Long Beach State hosting Oregon State in the second women's volleyball game of the year for both these squads. It's the Beach that took the first set 25-17, the final there. Long Beach looking good through set number 1, JD.
Absolutely. Long Beach looking good in today's game, part of the aptly named LBSU tournament. 3 teams invited down to Long Beach to start the season: Stanford, Oregon State, and Long Beach State. Stanford winning their first 2 games. They're going to take first. So this, Bruce, essentially a game for second place in this tournament. You'll have to like what you see out of Long Beach State so far, hitting 452 in that first set. Oregon State not too shabby themselves, hitting 300.
This is the first time the Beavers have opened a season in California since 1985. It's a nice little tradition broken here. Maddie Maxwell with the back set to begin this second set. Was initially ruled a pancake, but instead it's a kill for Long Beach State. Nico Thomas threw a changeup across the net. Oregon State with a good effort to keep it up in the air, but instead the kill goes to Thomas and the Beach are ahead 1-0.
Yeah, Nico Thomas just finished set number 1 with a big block, gets set number 2 started. A little dink onto the near side.
Maddie Maxwell to serve now for the Beach, 1-0 to begin this second set. Maxwell goes across, bad serve receive from Shields. Turns into a joust at the net, and the Beach win it. Double block of Nico Thomas and Logan King. Couldn't tell exactly which one of them had it, but they were both right there, and the Beach move ahead 2-0.
Yeah, Logan King and Nico Thomas. That's a dynamic duo up at the net for Long Beach State. 2 big physical middle blockers, loving to get active in those hands.
Maddie Maxwell serves again. Pass from Lauren Rummel goes up into a set to the middle. Maddie Maxwell with the dig. Now the set goes across to Logan Thomas, and it's another kill for the Beach. Logan King picks it up. Double block of Oregon State was there, but she just got it through, and it lands on the Beavers' side.
Yeah, that's just pure power from Logan King. Over the summer, she was named the best attacker at the Pan Am Championship, playing for Team Canada. Flexing the muscle there.
Maddie Maxwell moves over onto the left side of the service line now, switching her normal service spot, and she hits it right into the net. So Maxwell tried to change things up there, but the service error puts Oregon State on the board in this second set.
Yeah, Long Beach opening up this set with a 3-0 run, just putting the ball in play, forcing Oregon State to make mistakes.
3-1, the Beach ahead. Serve from Lauren Rummel. Pass in the back row of the Beach. Maddie Maxwell with a back set over to Logan King. No chance for the Oregon State back row to get underneath that one. Logan King with her second kill of this second set, and the Beach get the serve back.
I'll tell you, Bruce, it doesn't get any better than that. Nobody up at the net to meet Logan King. The Beach just too fast, putting together that attack.
King jumps out of the gym and showed off the hops right there. And Lisa Gee serving. She lobs it across all the way past the service line and the Beach text behind the service line. So missed the floor by quite a bit there for Lisa Gee, as she has not found her rhythm from behind the service line yet.
Yeah, that ball over the advertising boards and into the hallway, back behind the sandbar. Had to get some staff members to track it down.
4-2 Beach. Natalie Scholes, the 6'6" middle blocker, hits it across. Pass from Kotzikov. Maxwell sets quick to the middle for Thomas. It's denied, and it's a roof for Oregon State. Had one deflection, and then it went out of bounds off of the Beach side. Oregon State with a block right in the middle for the point.
Yeah, really tough play there for Thomas. Gets blocked and tries to punch it up. Really hard to control with a closed fist.
4-3, the Beach ahead by 1. Scholes serves again. Pass from Jelinek goes into a Maddie Maxwell back set to Logan King. Tip at the net, and it's dug out by Rummel. Long way to go for the set. Goes across the net. Now Oregon State digs it out again. Second chance. Turns into a lob across. Maddie Maxwell takes the first touch. Jelinek with a set up to Logan King, and King has the hot hand to begin this second set for the Beach. King with her third kill already, and it's 5-3 Long Beach.
Yeah, Maddie Maxwell taking the first ball, gets her out of the play. Anna Jelinek steps in, a perfect bump set to the outside. Logan King right now, like you said, Bruce, the hot hand, her 7th kill.
Excellent job there by Jelinek to pick up the assist. It's Izzy Mahaffey coming in off the bench to serve now for Long Beach State. Mahaffey hits it over. Pass from Rummel in the back row. Goes quick to the middle for Oregon State. They get it across. Beach scrambling, and it turns into a roof for the Beavers. Miley Cormier right there. Long Beach almost had to free ball it, but somehow wound up trying for an attack at the net, but Oregon State denies it. 5-4 as the Beavers get the serve.
Yeah, more changes now for Long Beach State. Mahaffey and Thomas heading to the bench. So far, though, a much more controlled opening to the second set.
Tia Shum subs in. Left-handed swinger hits it right across the tape, and it's going to be an ace. Ryan Sheffy coming from the front row after the ball tipped across the tape, tried to stick her arms in there late, wound up hitting it out of bounds. So it's an ace straight off the bench for Tia Shum. The London, Ontario native hits it across again. Kotzikov with a pass to Maxwell. Maxwell backset goes over to King. She's got another one. Maddie Maxwell to Logan King is the connection here in set number 2, and the Beach are ahead 6-5.
Yeah, there's not much more you can say about Logan King other than she is in rhythm right now. Those back sets from Maddie Maxwell still perfect, on the money every time. Now Logan King a chance to serve.
King goes across, pass from Rommel, ranging underneath. Matthias sets all the way across. Nice pancake dug out by Anna Jelinek. It's a free ball, though, for the Beach. Goes right back across the net. This is a scramble of a rally here. Kotzikov with an attack, and it's out of bounds. Ball bounced across the net a couple of times after the Beach free ball. Oregon State eventually wins the point on an attacking error from the Beach, Anna Kotzikov.
Yeah, Long Beach State just couldn't get it in the right spot. Jelinek gets the pancake, the set goes outside, and then after the free ball from Logan King, everybody's scrambling. Sloppy play. Both teams need to reset after that one.
Bridget Gold back behind the service line for the Beavers. Gold hits it across with an open hand and out of bounds. Ball deflects over into the sand pit. So service error makes it 7-6 Beach.
And that's the 5th service error of the game for Oregon State. A float serve that just goes too long.
Beavers had 9 service errors in that matchup against Stanford last night. Here's the Beavers on the attack. Rummel past the triple block. Nice dig out by Jelinek. Now the Beach with a joust at the net. Agee gets it across, but Oregon State still on the attack. Quick to the middle. Beach dug it out. Jelinek again. Here's King. Dug out high in the air off of Yasmin Narlioglu. Rummel lobs it across. Maxwell goes across to Agee, and it's out of bounds. Agee bites the top of her jersey in frustration as she used her offhand, tried to just push it across the net, but could not find that left line. We're all knotted at 7.
Yeah, Agee was baited by the block there. Oregon State didn't commit any hands above the net. Agee tried for the tricky shot, got confused, put it out of bounds.
Couldn't wipe off the block that wasn't there. Narlioglu to serve for Oregon State. Pass from Kotzikov up to Maxwell. Maxwell sets up the middle. Sheffy has to use the back of her hand to flip it across the net. Now Oregon State on the attack. Rummel straight off the blockers and out of bounds. Nice little bump there by the Oregon State head coach, Lindsay Bononik, as it went right over to her. Oregon State ahead 8-7 on the kill from Lauren Rummel. Yasmin Narlioglu serves again. Kotzikov with a pass up to Maxwell. Maxwell sets up Elise Agee, and she's got it this time right off the Oregon State blockers and out of bounds with a full swing that time from the Beach senior. We're all tied at 8.
Yeah, Elise Agee's been called into more defensive duty so far in this game. 4 digs. That's her 5th kill. Once again, sees 2 blockers, decides to power right through them.
Anna Jelinek behind the service line for Long Beach. The libero hits it across. A couple of Oregon State defenders pass it up. Tip at the net, Long Beach on the attack. Maxwell sets to the outside for Agee. It's blocked, second chance. Maxwell now uses her left hand. The dink across in perfect timing. Maddie Maxwell has her 4th kill as she's getting comfortable with that second touch deke move.
Yeah, Maddie Maxwell had 4 kills last night. She's equaled that total in the second set. A good pass just gives her so many options above the net. Decides to go straight down with it. Another physical play from the setter.
9-8 Beach. Jelinek serves again. Oregon State turns into a bump set for Matthias on a tough serve receive and a roof for the Beach. Triple block is right there. Elise Agee looked like she was the one that had her hands on it. Denial of the attack from Lauren Rummel, and the Beach are back ahead by 2.
Yeah, Nico Thomas and Maddie Maxwell in the area too. A triple block, the first one we've seen today from the Beach.
All stemmed from a tough serve receive from Oregon. This time a better one. Set goes across for Rummel. Rummel has it dug out, but it bounces out of bounds by Anna Jelinek. She was there, but went right back across the net on her pass and out of bounds. 10-9, the Beach ahead. Little pause there as I reached over to protect our equipment. The ball was coming right for us, JD.
Yeah, nice hands there, Bruce.
Serve from Oregon State. Jelinek with a pass goes across the net. Tough one there. Oregon State on the attack. Joust at the net. Floats across, and it's a kill for Oregon State. Miley Cormier with a changeup across the net, and we're all tied at 10.
Yeah, a little bit of a run here now from Oregon State. They tied it up at 10 here in the second set. Just putting the ball in play, getting it on the floor. That time, Jelinek and Maxwell both diving for it. Either one can get it up.
Matthias serves it into the net this time, so a service error for Oregon State gives the Beach the lead back. Oregon State has tied it up a few times through this second set, but has not been able to jump ahead. 11-10 Beach. Maddie Maxwell behind the service line. She bounces the ball low front of her shins in front of the student section, and now hits it over and out of bounds. That one on the left side there for Maxwell. Came spinning off her hand in an awkward direction. 11-11 with Lauren Rummel heading behind the service line. Tucson, Arizona native that started her collegiate career at Arizona. Kotzikov with a tough serve receive. Maxwell goes a long way, bump set, turns into a joust at the net. Long Beach able to keep it up, turns into a free ball for Logan King. Here's a good chance for Oregon State. Set goes across, and it's a kill for Reagan Shields. Went right off the beach blocker and out of bounds. Oregon State has jumped ahead 12-11.
Yeah, you've just kind of felt the energy dip a little bit for Long Beach State as they fall behind for the first time here in set number 2. They need a solid play. They need to get back in rhythm. They need to get back in system here. Serve receiving.
Serve goes across. This time Jelinek controls it. Maxwell backs it. Goes over to Agee. And Elise Agee puts it right down on the floor. Quick moving as the Beach were right in rhythm there. And now Elise Agee is going to sub out. Head coach Natalie Reagan recognizing Agee hasn't had her rhythm from behind the service line, so instead it's sophomore Maddie Collins coming in to take it.
Yeah, and all smiles from Natalie Reagan after that play, giving her team a bit of a pep talk. She's telling them that they are still in this. Keep those heads up. It's only 12-12, still a lot of time to play here in the second set.
First time Maddie Collins is on the floor tonight. Her serve goes across, pass from the back row from Rummel. Set goes over to the left side, and it's a nice kill for Oregon State. Oh no, it's going to the Beach. And immediately, without hesitation, Lindy Bahonik is pulling out the challenge card. I don't know about you, JD. That one did look like it found the corner.
That is definitely, and I know we called a challenge the wrong way last night, thinking it was in. It was out. That one definitely caught the back corner. Maddie Collins, coming off a service, had to chase it from one side of the court to the other. Couldn't get there in time, and then tried to pick up the ball and get back to service as quick as possible. I think this will be a quick review.
It was a nice precision shot from Reagan Shields, we think, as she hit it across softly and found the soft spot right in the back left corner from the Oregon State perspective. I guess if we get this one wrong, JD, we might have to not pre-call or give our opinion on another review this year.
Yeah, if we go 0-2 on this call, Bruce, I don't know what to tell you. They keep falling on our side. We have a good vantage point here sitting courtside, but that one definitely looked like it was inside the white lines.
Our spot on the scorer's table right next to where the Oregon State head coach Lindsay Bahonik is standing. She did not hesitate to grab that green challenge card there.
Absolutely not. She's keeping her team on the floor, as is Natalie Reagan. Talking to the 6 who are out there right now. Both these coaches pointing, very animated, trying to motivate their teams. A very hotly contested second set.
Long Beach has looked good on the attack so far tonight, hitting 373. That's up from in their first matchup against Stanford. They hit only 218. What's looked better for you, JD, about the Long Beach State attack?
Yeah, they just look more focused. They look more calm and under control. That first set against Stanford, the energy was really high. The adrenaline was flowing, and they were able to come out and capitalize on that. But after that first set, once the energy started to dip, they really lost their grip on the game. They've come out into the second set, continued to play well. They were hitting really high in the first set, right? Hitting 452. That percentage has dipped a little bit. Oregon State, though, their percentages have dipped as well. I've just seen a better, more controlled play out of Maddie Maxwell, the setter. She's setting up Logan King. That connection has really been on fire tonight. Logan King leading the Beach with 7 kills. And Elise Agee had a great game against Stanford. She's got 6 kills. This Long Beach State team in a much more controlled atmosphere today. A smaller crowd here at the Walter Pyramid. They seem to be settling in. This looks like they're in mid-season form.
It's an interesting thing to watch because we talk about how this is such a new roster, 12 newcomers on the team. You've got players playing different positions from last year with Maddie Maxwell now as the primary setter. But every time you talk about it with anybody on this team or the coaching staff, Natalie Reagan emphasized in her post-game press conference on Friday, it does not feel like it's a new roster. It feels like they've all been together for a long time, and even though it looks like it from the outside, they're not approaching this like they're a new team getting used to playing together. And look at that, JD. We were wrong
We
again.
were wrong again? What are we doing, Bruce?
And Lindsay Bahonik seems to be having the same reaction.
Wow.
The challenge is unsuccessful from Oregon State. The Beach keep the point, and I'm going to keep my mouth shut next time the challenge card comes out.
We are 0 for 2 on the season. We started in a hole. We got to climb our way out.
Maddie Collins serves again for Long Beach, going to the ground with the dig. It's a block for Long Beach, but it's out of bounds. So the kill that time goes to Miley Cormier out on the outside. Long Beach had a couple blockers in the area, but couldn't keep the deflection in bounds. So we're all tied at 13 after a decently long review. Oregon State wins the first point coming out of it.
Maddie Collins is checked out. Lisa Gee is back in to serve receive.
Natalie Scholes serving for the Beavs. Just gets it across the tape. Pass floated back across the net, so here's Oregon State on the attack. Tip. Ball floats back over again. A nice dig in the back row by Agee. Now the set goes quick to the middle for the Beach. It's blocked. Second chance, Maxwell. Back to the middle for Tom. It's blocked again. Maxwell ranges to the back row. Now shoves it across to the opposite side. Block goes out of bounds. It's a kill for Annabelle Kotzikov. And it looked like early on in that rally, Oregon State wanted a whistle blown and the point to be theirs. Did you see what that was about, JD?
It looks like Lindsey Bohonic right in front of us is having a conversation with our official. She's saying that hands were above the net and encroaching across the plane. Very animated conversation here. A very intense rally. Maddie Maxwell looks like the one she's complaining about. The setter was up and active during that entire rally. But no challenge card is going to be pulled out of the pocket, and looks like we'll play on.
Lindsey Bohonic with plenty of high-level experience in the women's volleyball game. She's in her third season as the head coach for Oregon State, but that's coming off of a decade-long stint as an assistant coach at Pittsburgh, one of the better women's volleyball programs in the country. Serving here is Izzy Mahaffey for the Beach. They're ahead by a point. Tips the tape and goes down to the floor. Izzy Mahaffey has an ace, and the Beach move ahead by 2.
Yeah, Izzy Mahaffey, great serve. Sets up on the left-hand corner, goes near side on the right side with the serve. Long Beach State has opened up a 2-point lead, and as they say, Bruce, ball don't lie.
Izzy Mahaffey with her first collegiate ace right there, and that sends both teams to the benches for the media timeout. It's 15-13 Long Beach State midway through this second set here on 22 West Radio. The Beach ahead 15-13 midway through the second set as Long Beach State hosts Oregon State in NCAA women's volleyball. The Beach ahead 1-0, and now they're ahead by a pair midway through the second set. JD, it's been an impressive match so far for Maddie Maxwell at the setter position for Long Beach.
Yeah, Maddie Maxwell already 19 assists tonight. Having a great game. She's being physical. She's being aggressive. 4 kills to go along with it. Here's a stat for you. Last season, Maddie Maxwell 15 assists. Last night against Stanford, she had 31. A great start to the season for number 16.
Maxwell operated as an attacker last year for the Beach. Here's Oregon State on the attack. Tip at the net by the Beach, and they keep it up in the air. Maxwell with the first touch. Bump set goes from Mahaffey over to Logan King. It's right down on the ground. That's the second time tonight, JD, we've seen a true freshman defender for Long Beach step in after Maxwell took the first touch. Once again, it's a great bump set from Izzy Mahaffey, setting up Logan King for the kill.
Yeah, you know they've done that 100 times in practice, and Logan King had a second to take a look at the block, decide where she wanted to put it, goes down the line. Now Long Beach 3-point lead.
Mahaffey hits it right into the tape and down on the Long Beach side this time, so it's a service error. Puts an end to a 3-0 scoring run for the Beach, but Long Beach still ahead by 2 as Oregon State gets the serve back.
Yeah, very calm energy about both teams here in set number 2. Oregon State's kept it close. Now returning to the service line is Tia Shum. She had an ace last time she was here.
Shum hits it across with her left hand. Agee with a pass up to Maxwell. Maxwell running the side play, but they're able to dig it out in the Oregon State back row. Tipped across from Shields. Here's the Beach on the attack. Jelinek sets it up for King. King, a right hand, and it's out of bounds. Unable to dig that one is Lauren Rummel. And once again, we see Anna Jelinek step in and pick up the bump set and assist going to Logan King.
Yeah, and Rummel put out a hope and a prayer of a right hand. Logan King, another kill. Now she heads behind the service line.
King, the Canadian, lobs it up and across the net. Pass from Narlioglu. Quick set to the middle for Oregon State, and it's a kill for Alana Mars. Has not been totally involved here tonight after Mars had 6 kills last night against Stanford, but picks one up there out of the middle blocker spot.
Yeah, that's just her 3rd kill, Mars. 6 kills against Stanford. Had a great high school career out of Ellensburg, Washington.
Oregon State back with the service. It's Goldstein coming off the bench to take it. Pass from Kotzikov. Maxwell right in the middle. Sets up. Slide play for the Beach, but it's dug out by Oregon State. So it goes all the way across for Rummel. Agee to the ground. Maxwell spins it across with the right hand and down for another kill. Maddie Maxwell, 5 kills on 5 attempts, and that one took some savvy, impressive play from the sophomore setter for the Beach.
Yeah, once again, Maddie Maxwell peeps the block, turns her back to the net, puts one arm up, and a flick of the wrist. That's another point for the Beach.
Beautiful play. Kotzikov serving now. Oregon State on the attack. They go to Rummel. Rummel off the side of her hand, but it's right off the Beach blocker and down. That one just barely got across the net before it went straight down off the Beach blockers. So it's a kill once again for Lauren Rummel, and the lead is back down to 2.
Yeah, Sheffy and Maxwell, there was a bit of a gap between them going up for a double block. Oregon State able to exploit it.
Beaver serve is across. Jelinek with a pass up to Maxwell. Maxwell gets to Agee, who dunks it right down into the soft spot. Nice move there by the senior for Long Beach to pick up the kill.
Yeah, Elise Agee now up to 7 kills, the second leading scorer tonight. That goes for everybody on both teams. Long Beach inching closer to a victory here in set number 2.
Anna Jelinek heads behind the service stripe. Hits it across, another good serve there. Set goes quick to the middle for Oregon State, and it's a kill for Natalie Scholes. Oh, it just got out of bounds, JD, excuse me.
No challenge card coming out here for Oregon State. They're happy with the call.
No, they did win the point. Okay, it was the official on the ladder pointed the wrong direction, messed me up there.
Oh, jeez.
Jackie Matias is serving after Oregon State did win the point. Here's Maddie Maxwell, back set over to Thomas, and it's a roof for Oregon State. Lauren Rummel denies it as the Beach tried to run the slide play there, and now Natalie Reagan is going to call timeout to try and stop this momentum shift going in the Beavers' direction.
Yeah, and as they have all game long, Bruce, Oregon State just inching closer, staying close, staying competitive. Long Beach now leads 19-18 in the closing stages of set number 2. Smart timeout from head coach Natalie Reagan. Just get the squad to regroup, get them to take a few deep breaths. They're in a huddle right now over by the bench, locked arm in arm. We'll see what they come up with out of this timeout.
Beach ahead by a point as they look to get back in rhythm midway through the second set here on 22 West Radio. Timeout breaks for Long Beach State as they try to put an end to this Oregon comeback in the second set. Beach ahead 19-18, Oregon State with the serve. Goes across, Kotzikov with a pass over to Maxwell. Maxwell sets up for Agee, and Elise Agee has the kill. Went right off of the outstretched hands of Jackie Matias in the back row for the Beavers, but cannot stop Elise Agee. She's got her 8th kill and puts the Beach back ahead by a pair.
Jackie Matias tries to dig that spike with 2 open hands. Goes off her fingertips and out of bounds. That's what Long Beach needed at the timeout. Now they send Maddie Maxwell to the service line.
That one looked just as much like a dig attempt as it did a protection of the facial area. One was bearing right down on the back row defender Matias for Oregon State. Now we've got a quick pause as a wet spot gets wiped up back behind the Oregon State service line. And now the Beach will be ready to go. Maddie Maxwell behind the service line, 20-18 the score in this second set. Beach with a chance to take a commanding 2-0 lead in the match. Pass in the back row of Rummel. Set goes right back to her. Nice dig in the back row, though, by the Beach. Agee on the attack. Gets it across a double block. Oregon State now going to work. Rummel, tip at the net. Kotzikov moving away. Gets it back up to Maxwell, who just taps it across the net. Oregon State manages to keep it in the air. Dig by King. Maxwell uses the right hand and keeps it alive. What a play by the Beach setter. It's a free ball, though, for Long Beach. Good chance here. Back set goes over to Rummel. Rummel out of bounds.
Whoa.
The Beach win the point on a heck of a rally. Maddie Maxwell with a fabulous play as she dove out of bounds, used just the right arm, and managed to keep that one alive. Oregon State now calling timeout. There were a couple players on the Beavers side that asked for a challenge. doesn't look like they're going to get it as Rummel's attack was out of bounds, and that's a fantastic point one for the Beach.
Yeah, fantastic, exhausting point for the Beach. Maddie Maxwell keeping it alive with one arm, and a smart play, too, from the libero, Anna Jelinek. Sees her teammates sprawled out across the court, decides to free ball it high, give the team a chance to reset, and Oregon State can't connect on an attack. That could be the turning point here in this second set. A long rally goes the way of the Beach. Now they're up by 3.
Really nice work there on the improvisation side of things for Long Beach. That's the kind of thing that on Friday there were times seemed like was lacking for a team that was trying to get used to playing with each other and get into the swing of things. But Long Beach has looked much sharper tonight.
Much sharper tonight. And a comment on the bench here as well, Bruce. After that long rally, everybody was up. Everybody almost had their shoes on the court. So hyped up for their team. A really great atmosphere, a really great energy coming up from the left side of us over here as once again, Long Beach arm in arm during a timeout. Oregon State has returned to the floor. Natalie Reagan offering a few more words as the Beach look to close out set number 2.
I think you can expand on the point we've already talked about in the broadcast of how clear Long Beach's players and coaches are that they don't feel like this is a new group despite the fact that it is. And within that conversation, they all emphasize how important everybody is to each other on this team, how good of a group it is. That was Lisa Gee in her post-game press conference talked about how this is her favorite group since she got to Long Beach. It seems like everything has been going very well in the summer workouts, and this team is very put together as they go into the fall season.
Yeah, this is the team assembled by Natalie Reagan, her first full year at the helm. You can really see it. There'll be times that they'll be tested this year, but so far through 2 games, I've been impressed.
Maddie Maxwell's serve goes across. Here's Oregon State on the attack, and it just sneaks through the Beach blockers. Kill goes to Rummel on the Oregon State side, and they're back within 2.
Yeah, the double block was in the right spot. Nico Thomas tried to kick it up after it deflected off the net. No dice, though.
Agee with the pass up to Maxwell. Maxwell quick to the middle. Thomas, though, is just out of bounds on her attack from the middle. It was a nicely executed play in system for Long Beach, but Thomas could not find the line.
Yeah, Natalie Reagan after that play lands out of bounds, turns to her team and says, run it again.
Definitely the process was right there. Lauren Rummel serves it over. Agee with a pass. Maxwell ranges a long way to get the set across for King, who just flips it over to the soft spot, used the left hand, went power angle on it, even though it wasn't hit very hard, more like a soft angle there for Thomas, or for King, excuse me. Logan King finds the kill.
Yeah, and another sub here for Long Beach State. Maddie Collins coming in to serve. Elisa Gee gets another breather.
Collins comes off the bench with the Beach ahead 22-20. Maddie Collins, the sophomore out of Hermosa Beach, hits it across. Errant serve receive. Going to be a free ball for Oregon State. King with a pass to Maxwell. Maxwell goes across and straight down. Annabelle Kotsakov has the kill for Long Beach. Working right in system there, and Oregon State's going to call another timeout.
Yeah, Oregon State left scrambling. An inch-perfect execution once again from the Beach. That time, Kotsakov, who we haven't called too much in this second set, had a great first set. Right there, picks up her 6th kill, goes straight down the line. Nobody home for Oregon State. Long Beach 2 points away now from a set victory.
It was a rough serve receive on that last point for Oregon State, turned into a free ball, and the Beach take perfect advantage. It's 23-20 Long Beach in this second set as we take a quick break here on 22 West Radio. Both teams back out on the floor before the timeout even expired, so a quick talk for both benches that time. It's Maddie Collins behind the service line for Long Beach State. We've got women's volleyball in the Walter Pyramid. Long Beach hosting Oregon State. The Beach already ahead 1-0 and looking for 2 more points to close out this second set and take a commanding 2-0 lead. Collins lobs it across the net, pass from Rummel. Back set goes over the Beach, trying to keep it up in the air. Collins gets it up, and Kotsakov with the attack. Nice job by the Beach to keep the play alive. They go right back to Cormier, and Cormier has the kill this time for Oregon State. The Beach were scrambling on that point. On the second chance, Miley Cormier ends the point with the Beavers' success.
Yeah, behind Lauren Rommel, it's been Cormier keeping the attack consistent for Oregon State. Her 6th kill brings Oregon State back within 2.
23-21, the Beach still ahead by a pair. Alondra Paz, the sophomore, comes off the bench to serve. Paz had Oregon State's only ace in the face-off last night with Stanford. She hits it across. Kotzikov with a pass to Maxwell. Maxwell goes right back to Kotzikov, fading away, has it blocked. Second chance, Maxwell goes quick to the middle, blocked again. Maxwell right back to Thomas, blocked again, and this time it gets across the net for the Beach. Quick to the middle for Oregon State, and the Beach block it down. It's a roof for Long Beach State, and now it's set point 24-21.
Yeah, Maddie Maxwell and Nico Thomas not quite on the same wavelength twice during that rally, but Long Beach still finds a way to get the ball over the net, get themselves to set point, and it's going to be the freshman Izzy Mahaffey serving for the set.
Mahaffey comes off the bench looking to put the Beach ahead 2-0 in the match. Mahaffey picked up an ace earlier tonight. She hits it across, pass from Rummel in the back row. Oregon State on the attack. Mahaffey gets blocked. They're still keeping it up in the air. Triple block goes out of bounds off the Beach defenders. So Oregon State is still alive with a kill going to Reagan Shields.
Yeah, great defense there from the Beach. Shields just able to power it off the block and out of bounds. Walter Pyramid, though, everyone in this crowd staying on their feet.
24-22, the Beach still with set point. Tia Shum subs in off the bench for Oregon State to serve. Shum, the left-handed swinger, hits it across. Pass from McGee up to Maxwell. Maxwell sets over to King, and it's a kill. King sends it right off the Oregon State blocker, out of bounds, and the Beach win the second set, 25-22. Long Beach State playing well so far tonight, and now they're just one set victory away from taking the match.
Yeah, once again, Bruce, this Long Beach State team just looks so under control. Facing down set point, Oregon State has been able to keep it close all night long. They go to Logan King, who picks up her 11th kill. Now they're up 2-0.
Beach win the second set, 25-22. Long Beach State playing well so far tonight, and we'll take a quick break before the third set gets underway here on 22 West Radio. Long Beach on the doorstep of potentially pulling off a sweep against Oregon State. The Beach move ahead 2-0. So we've got women's volleyball at the Walter Pyramid here. Long Beach State hosting Oregon State. And for Long Beach's head coach, Natalie Reagan, this is a bit of a face-off against her past. Reagan, as a student athlete, competed at Oregon State and then also had her first coaching gig working in volleyball operations with the Beavers.
Yeah. Natalie Reagan in 2010 was on the Oregon State roster. Didn't compete due to an injury, but after that year, moved into an administrative role. She worked in all facets of the program. She did traveling, video projects, statistics, youth volleyball tournaments, camps. She was a team manager, really did it all for Oregon State before moving on to Nebraska and eventually finding her way here to Long Beach State.
For Natalie Reagan, she went to Nebraska as a video and statistics coordinator from 2014 to 2017, then coached at LMU as an assistant for 4 seasons, was head coach at Harvard Westlake High School for 3 years before becoming a Long Beach State assistant in 2023. She got the interim head coaching job starting last year and then is in the official full-time head coaching job now. Reagan is viewed across the sport as one of the rising stars. She actually, before she was hired as the head coach at Long Beach State, was named on the AVCA the AVCA 30 under 30 for rising stars in the coaching ranks list. So the Beach are hoping Natalie Reagan's going to be a fixture at the top of this program for a long time to come. It's the Beach with the first serve to begin this third set. Maddie Maxwell lobs it across the net. Oregon State on the attack, and it's a kill to begin this third set from Miley Cormier. It was a bit out of system there for the Beavers, but they still managed to find the point.
Yeah, good start here for Oregon State. They need a hot start. They had a 5-1 lead against Stanford to kick off the third set, and they were already down by 2 sets last night. Gave them a chance, gave them a fighting chance. They need it here too.
Lauren Rummel serves. Kotsakov with the pass over to Maxwell. King had it blocked. Second chance, Maxwell goes right back to King. Uses the offhand, goes off the blockers and out of bounds. Nice job there by both Logan King to find the kill, but also by Maddie Maxwell to put a couple of good sets up there for her. We're all tied at 1 as Elisa Gee heads behind the line.
Another kill for Logan King, closing in on her total on Friday night. 13 kills then. She's up to 12.
We saw Natalie Reagan went to the bench for a sub the last couple of times that the rotation came around for Elisa Gee to head behind the service line. But this time Gee will get a chance to try and find her rhythm. Gee tosses it up. This time the serve is good. Rummel with a pass. Set goes over to, it was Cormier that got blocked. Beach now on the attack. Kotsakov has the kill. Went right off of Natalie Scholes and down on the ground on the Oregon State side. Annabelle Kotsakov didn't get a ton of playing time on Friday against Stanford. Has been in there the whole time here tonight, though, and has looked good. Kotsakov picks up her 8th kill, and the Beach are ahead 2-1. Second serve for Agee, another good one. Arleoglu with a pass. Quick to the middle for the Beavers, and it's just out of bounds. Natalie Scholes could not keep that one in bounds. It was a nice in-system attack, but hit it a little too strong, and the Beach are ahead 3-1.
Man, it'll be another serve here for Elisa Gee. A nice little run she's got going on. Her teammates telling her to take some deep breaths before she swings.
3 points in a row for a Beach. Lob serve goes across the net. Oregon State on the attack. They get blocked, and it's a roof. Nico Thomas moving across, denies the attack of Reagan Shields. Blocked it right back into Shields, deflected off of her onto the ground. So an absolute stuff there for Nico Thomas, and the Beach have won 4 in a row.
Yeah, it's Thomas and King working on the right side, causing all kinds of problems. Long Beach State, a strong start to this third set, now a 4-0 run.
Nico Thomas, the transfer from Abilene Christian. Agee with another lob serve. Rummel with the pass. Set goes all the way across. It's another roof. Logan King and Nico Thomas, the double block. It's a mirror image of the last play. Reagan Shields gets denied, and Oregon State's going to call timeout early on in this third set.
Yeah, after only having 3 blocks as a team coming into this third set, now it's back-to-back blocks. Logan King and Nico Thomas throwing a block party. Long Beach State is on a roll right now, Bruce.
Reagan Shields a bit undersized at that outside hitter position, standing 5'11". Nico Thomas 6'2", and Logan King also 6'2", both with the height advantage and using it to their advantage as they have back-to-back blocks and put the Beach ahead 5-1. Oregon State with an early timeout in the third set here on 22 West Radio. Timeout breaks here. Lisa Gee works quickly, gets the serve across. Errant serve receive for the Beavers turns into an awkward and missed attack from Miley Cormier. The ball was floating across from way over in the back row. Cormier tried to attack it on a full spike, but hit it right off the side of her hand and into the ground. Elisa Gee will serve again with the Beach ahead 6-1. 6 points in a row now, one for the Beach. Gee with another good serve, pass from Rummel up to the middle, and it's another roof. Nico Thomas rotates over right alongside Annabelle Kotzikov, stuffs the attack of Miley Cormier. The Beach front row working with electricity to begin this third set.
Yeah, and it's just so deflating for Oregon State to continually be blocked by Nico Thomas. Up there again, this time with Kotzikov. You're starting to see the heads drop for the Beavers.
Another serve from McGee, another inbounds. Attack comes from the back row of Rummel, but it's dug out by Maddie Maxwell. Jelinek turns it into a joust, and Oregon State wins it. Logan Thomas tried to go up there and keep it inbounds, but looked like she got a piece before it landed out of bounds on the Oregon State side. So the Beach have their 7-0 scoring run put to an end, and the Beavers get the serve back.
Yeah, Lisa Gee is going to get a breather here. In comes Izzy Mahaffey. Long Beach State up 7-2 here in set number 3.
Couple of true freshmen in the back row for the Beach. Serve from Scholes, pass from Jelinek. Maxwell underneath, set goes over to Kotzikov, but Oregon State digs it out. And now the kill for the Beavers goes to Miley Cormier. You've seen in this third set, Oregon State really starting to feed Cormier quite a bit in that front row, working from the outside hitter spot. Cormier has the kill. Beach lead is trimmed down to 4.
Nico Thomas almost had another one. That went right through her arms.
Natalie Scholes serves it across, pass from Mahaffey. Maxwell goes quick to the middle for Thomas, but it's dug out back row by Oregon State. They go back to Cormier, tip at the net, another joust, still up in the air, going to the ground, but just unable to get across the net. Nice effort there from Izzy Mahaffey on the Beach side as she used her right arm and tried to free ball it over as she went to the ground. Instead, the ball gets denied by the antenna, so Oregon State has won 3 in a row.
Yeah, coming off those big blocks, you can see Long Beach State wanting to feed Nico Thomas. She's still waiting on another swing tonight. So far, 3 kills going into set number 3.
Going to the ground with the pass is Jelinek. King just pushes it across the net, and she's got the kill. Savvy move there from the redshirt freshman Logan King with an off-speed pitch across the net. So the Beach put an end to the Oregon State scoring run, and they're back ahead by 4.
Yeah, and now Nico Thomas will take a seat on the bench, making way for Rianne Sheffy, and Maddie Collins will take up service responsibilities.
Collins subs in for the 3rd time tonight. Collins is a 2-sport athlete here at Long Beach State, both indoor and beach volleyball. Collins serves it across. Oregon State goes quick to the middle, and it's a kill for Alana Mars. Natalie Reagan spikes the volleyball in a bit of frustration as it went right over towards her. 8-5 Beach as Oregon State gets the serve.
Yeah, and just like that, Maddie Collins is going to check out. Nico Thomas is going to get back in. That means Thomas, Rianne Sheffy, and Logan King are all on the floor right now.
Emma Lilo subs in for Oregon State to serve. Lilo hits it over, pass from Mahaffey. Maxwell right there, back set goes to King, who wipes off the block again. Used the offhand. Logan King sure does not look like a freshman. She's coming off some good experience with the national team up in Canada, using it to her advantage there. Wipes off the block with another savvy move, and the Beach are ahead 9-5. King works fast right behind the service line, lobs it over. Narlioglu with a pass. Oregon State on the attack, and it's another kill for the Beavers. That time Annika Hester. Haven't called her name yet tonight, but Hester into the game here in the 3rd set and picks up a kill.
Yeah, Annika Hester last season was first team all West Coast Conference. Oregon State will want to get her more involved as the season goes on, but so far tonight she's been kept quiet. She's been kept on the bench.
Hester had 4 kills last night against Stanford, but the graduate student has been on the bench most of this one. Mahaffey with a pass. Maxwell back set goes to King, blocked by the Beavers. Second chance for the Beach. Maddie Maxwell bump set goes over to a joust at the net, but the Beach still keep it up in the air. 3rd chance. King pushes it across. Now it's Oregon State on the attack, and they're way out of bounds. Too strong there from Lauren Rummel, and the Beach win the point.
Yeah, Lauren Rummel tonight, 8 kills, but hitting around 200. She's been set 23 times. That time couldn't decide on the off speed or the swing, and it ends up in the Long Beach bench.
Annabelle Kotzikov serves for the Beach. Rummel with a pass that goes quick to the middle. It's blocked. Oregon State still with another chance. They go to Rummel on the outside. Tries to wipe off the block, but the Beach keep it up in the air. Maxwell backs that. Goes to King. It's blocked, and it's a roof for Oregon State. Couple Beach bodies hit the floor as they tried to scramble and keep that one up, but instead it's a roof for Alana Mars.
Yeah, it was Rhiannon Sheffy and Maddie Maxwell both diving for the ball as it went to go bounce right underneath the net. Oregon State has climbed back into this one, only down by 3.
10-7 Beach in the third set. Beach already ahead 2-0. Serve from Oregon State goes into an overpass and a joust at the net. Oregon State keeps it up in the air, and now it's the Beach on the attack. Agee wipes off the block and puts it down again. Elise Agee has used that softer touch across the net a few times tonight. Has another kill on it. 11-7, Beach now ahead.
Yeah, Bruce is getting a little warm over here. I think that's because Elise Agee is heating up that campfire. He was finding that soft spot right in the middle of the Oregon State defense.
11-7 Beach. Anna Jelinek to serve, the true freshman out of Nebraska. Oregon State goes to the middle on their attack. Jelinek down to the ground to dig it. Agee on the attack, but gets blocked. It's a roof for Oregon State. Natalie Scholes was in the area as she gets it. Annika Hesser also was there on a double block. So Oregon State has trimmed the Beach lead down to 3. Jackie Matias subs back in off the bench, was the primary setter for the first 2 sets, but has been on the bench so far in this one. Matias' serve is across. Jelinek with the pass up to Maxwell. Maxwell backs that, goes to King, but it's out of bounds. Beach working in system that time, but Logan King cannot find the line. So the Beach starting to look a little bit out of rhythm here midway through the third set. Oregon State only trails by 2. Jackie Matias, the Hawaii transfer, serves again. This time it's way out of bounds, and the Beach move ahead by 3.
Yeah, that's what Long Beach State needed, Bruce. They needed Oregon State to make a mistake. Get into a new rotation, send Maddie Maxwell behind the line, put the ball in play. Allie Reagan telling her squad to mentally reset right now.
Maddie Maxwell to serve. The sophomore setter hits it into the net. The Beach have done better tonight from behind the service line. That's only their 7th service error there compared to 17 against Stanford on Friday. Lauren Rummel to serve for the Beavers as they trail by 2. Rummel hits it across. Agee with the pass. Maxwell underneath. Sets up for King. King gets denied. It's another roof for the Beavers. Natalie Scholes right there to deny the Logan King attack. So the Beach have seen their lead cut down to just 1.
Yeah, Long Beach jumped out to a 7-1 lead to start this set. Now they find themselves only ahead by 1, 12-11.
Another serve from Rummel. Agee with the pass up to Maxwell. Maxwell back set to King. Deflection goes out of bounds. Oregon State tried to dig it, but too much velocity on that one from Logan King, and King picks up the kill.
Yeah, not only has Logan King already set a new career high, that's her 15th kill. She's hitting around 400, Bruce. That is incredible efficiency.
Logan King has been the main attacker to go to for Maddie Maxwell tonight. Agee serves. Oregon State on the attack. It's Rummel from the back row. Agee punches it right back across the net on the first touch. Now Oregon State on the attack again. Whistle blows. And the point goes to Oregon State.
Yeah, whistle goes. That one's against Nico Thomas.
It's like Thomas might have broke the plane above the net as she went for the block. 13-12 Beach. Natalie Scholes out of Leipzig, Germany. Kotzikov with a pass. Maxwell backside goes over to Logan King. Full swing, and she's got the kill. I'll tell you what, JD, when Logan King is working fully in time and gets up, that athleticism is the only thing I can say.
Yeah, it's really incredible, Bruce. Logan King, after redshirting last season, not on a lot of people's radar coming in to this season. By the time the Big West Conference play comes around, you can bet teams are going to be game planning specifically for her.
Logan King looking like a current and future superstar for this Beach program. Oregon State attacking off the Maddie Collins serve. They lob it across the net. First touch goes to King. Maxwell right back to her. Blocked. Beach with another chance. Maxwell tries to get it to King. Tried to wipe off the block. It goes out of bounds, but Long Beach immediately gesturing that there was a touch and Natalie Reagan will oblige her side and go to the green challenge card immediately. I will not give any kind of prediction on this review, JayDe.
Why not, Bruce? Why in the world would we not try to guess how the challenge is going to pan out? An awkward play there from Maddie Maxwell, not the best set up to Logan King. This play, the first challenge of the season that's happened away from our vantage point. Bruce, I'm going to wager, I'm going to gander out here that there was a touch.
Okay. I'm sitting right on the fence. I'm already 0 for 2. I'm not going to collude the viewers' minds or the listeners' minds with any incorrect predictions any longer.
Logan King was awfully confident. She's had a great night tonight. I'm going to trust her judgment.
That's a good call, I think.
We hope.
It's 14-13 Beach as the scoreboard currently stands. Natalie Reagan looking for an overturn on the challenge. We can introduce the referees tonight during the official review. Trey Gravitt, Callie Kimura, Kelly Talsma, and Chris Hahn are the officials in this matchup here at the Pyramid.
Yeah, looking over the review board now is Kaylee Kimura, who was also on official duty Friday night as Long Beach took on Stanford.
It is a successful challenge, JayDe. You have got us into the right side of the scorebook. There was indeed a touch from the Oregon State side, and Logan King has her 17th kill of the match.
Mark our record at 1-2 on the season.
Do we get a full point there when I wasn't willing to go all the way in?
We get a full point.
All right, I'd like it.
A correct call is a correct call.
We're a team over here.
We are a team.
Maddie Collins serving again for Long Beach State. 15-12 the score. Collins tapped the tape as it went across, and it's an ace. Lauren Rummel went to the ground, tried to get underneath it, but that ball was diving down low from Collins, and she's got an ace.
Yeah, Maddie Collins, her first ace of the season. The 5'6" sophomore, giving the Beach a 4-point lead.
Collins was used as a service specialist quite a bit as a freshman last year, and now Oregon State is going to call a timeout. Looked like Lindsay Bohanic was calling it for a bit before she got seen, so Bohanic seems to be a little bit frustrated as this match has gone on. Nonetheless, the Beavers call another timeout with the Beach ahead 16-12.
Yeah, Bohanic in her second season at Oregon State, working with a roster that has 10 newcomers on, not a lot of continuity. It's been frustrating at times for Oregon State today. In this third set, they found themselves in 5-point and now 4-point deficits, looking to claw their way back one more time.
The Beach looking for a sweep here in this Sunday matchup in the Walter Pyramid. They're 9 points away from securing it. It's 16-12, Long Beach State ahead as we've got a timeout in the third set here on 22 West Radio. Back from the timeout, Oregon State on the attack, and they've got the kill coming right out hot is Alana Mars straight out of the huddle, picks up the kill, and Oregon State is back within 3.
Yeah, Maddie Collins, another good serve, but Oregon State up to the challenge that time. Setting up Morris. They needed something out of the timeout. They trail now 16-13.
Oregon State needs to win this set to keep the match alive. Emily Lowe serves, the Hawaiian. Back set from Maddie Maxwell, goes over to King, but it's dug out this time by the back row of Oregon State. Through a double block, they get it over, but it's out of bounds. So unable to find the line there is Emma Lilo. The Beach win another point.
Yeah, and that's really been the story of the set for Oregon State. They're hitting negative 425 through set number 3 here. Their worst of the season so far. Long Beach State, on the other hand, hitting near 700. They're hitting 667. Their best of the season so far.
Lindsay Bohanic is pulling out the challenge card. Oregon State's going to contest that there was a tip at the net from the Long Beach blockers before that last attack sailed out of bounds. We've had more reviews tonight than we had on Friday, I would say for sure, but Lindsey Bohonic definitely looking for an overturn here. Oregon State trying to keep this third set within striking distance so they can try and keep the match alive.
Yeah, absolutely. You take a look at both huddles here, too. Natalie Reagan having a one-on-one conversation with Rianne Sheffy right in front of our vantage point, Bruce, while her assistant coaching staff, some new faces in that staff as well, have a conversation with the other 5 players on the floor. For Oregon State, Coach Bohonic not saying anything to her team. She's got 6 players in front of her. Her assistants are doing the talking. Both these coaching staffs with different approaches.
We can highlight real quick, as you said, Natalie Reagan having a one-on-one talk with Rianne Sheffy. Sheffy, as a senior, has been in this Long Beach State women's volleyball program all 4 years, but has not seen the floor very much. Over her first 3 seasons, appeared in only 7 total matches, but Sheffy has been built in a major player in this Long Beach State game plan over these first 2 matches. She had 5 kills against Stanford on Friday night, as well as a team-leading 5 block assists, and then tonight, Sheffy with another 2 kills and a block to add to it. So what have you seen from Rianne Sheffy so far, being a 4th-year player, but finally getting a chance to shine?
Yeah, Rianne Sheffy, I like the way she plays. I also like the way she talks to her coaching staff. Really good at taking constructive criticism and applying it to the game. She's one of the most vocal leaders on this team. Every single play, she shows a bit of emotion. I love to see that on the volleyball court, Bruce, because it shows that these players care and they want to adjust. They want to make those positive changes. Tonight, Rianne Sheffy hasn't had the same night she had on Friday night. 2 kills, 1 block, but she's still active in the huddle right now, talking to her teammates, lifting them up. She just got some one-on-one, talk from Natalie Reagan, and she's going to apply that. We know she's going to apply that going forward. A 4th-year senior. She's been here for a while. She knows the program. She's one to watch going forward this season.
With such a new and young roster, those players that have been around the program for a long time are so valuable. So Rianne Sheffy, definitely a valuable player for the Beach this year. The challenge for Oregon State was unsuccessful, so Long Beach keeps the point. Logan King serves it across. Set goes to the outside, and it's denied. Maddie Maxwell does more than just set. Has a roof right there as Oregon State could not get it through. Annika Hester got denied at the net, and the Beach are ahead by 5.
Yeah, Maddie Maxwell has 5 kills, 2 blocks, 32 assists tonight. She's hitting .714 as well. Knows her chances and knows when to take them.
Logan King serves it over and in for an ace. King had 2 aces against Stanford on Friday. This time a miscommunication in the back row for Oregon State. Nobody could get to that perfectly placed serve from Logan King. So the Beach are ahead by 6 and look like they're closing in on a set 3 victory, as we've got a Long Beach State debut happening now. Pola Bunarovska checking in to the front row, the middle blocker, originally out of Poland, getting her first bit of PT, and it's an immediate kill for Annabelle Kotsakov coming off the Logan King serve. The first touch pass for Oregon State floated right above the net, and Kotsakov took advantage, getting a kill.
Yeah, Paula Bonarovska, really another player to watch going forward this season. The middle blocker comes in for Rianne Sheffy. She stands 6'3" in that front row.
Another serve from King. Oregon State goes on the attack. Nice dig going to the ground for Anna Jelinek. And here's Kotsakov on another attack. And Oregon State can't handle it. At first looked like they got the dig, but instead the ball floats into the net and straight down. So it's back-to-back points with kills for Annabelle Kotsakov, but we can continue to highlight the sophomore middle blocker, Pola Bunarovska, getting her Long Beach debut here. She transferred out of Syracuse, has spent this summer playing with the Polish national team, now on the floor for Natalie Reagan. Play still going here. It's a free ball for Long Beach. Nice job there to keep the play alive. Set to the middle, and that'll end the point. Alana Mars gets a kill for Oregon State, but a good effort on the Beach side midway through that play as Anna Jelinek was able to get the ball across on a nice dig and then eventual free ball.
Yeah, Anna Jelinek has made some really nice plays tonight. That kill from Oregon State also ends a 5-0 scoring run for Long Beach.
21-14, the Beach ahead. Serve from Oregon State. It's a pass from Mahaffey. Floats right back across the net. And the kill goes to Lauren Rummel, who was right in the front row for Oregon State and salivating as that one floated over there. 21-15, the Beach still ahead on the overpass serve received from Izzy Mahaffey. Kamanaho Goldstein serving. Mahaffey with a better pass this time. And it's a back set right across the net, and another kill for Maddie Maxwell. She even fooled me on that one. Went with the full-blown setting motion, but just got it right across the tape and down. Maddie Maxwell has shown a deep bag of tricks so far tonight. Gets another kill there, her 6th, and the Beach are ahead 22-15. Kotsakov serving now for Long Beach. Oregon State sets back to the outside. Nice dig there from Kotzikov in the back row. Turns into a joust that Maddie Maxwell wins. The Beach are playing with all the mojo and all the energy right now. Kotzikov with a great dig in the back row, and then Maddie Maxwell goes up and picks up her 7th kill.
Yeah, and the assist on that one's going to go to Sydney Hamaker, the freshman. Picks up the second ball, calls out the libero, puts it up at the net, gives her setter a chance.
Another serve from Kotzikov. Oregon State goes to the middle, and Alana Mars cleans it up. Mars with her 7th kill right there. 23-16 the score. The Beach 2 points away from clinching the match.
Yeah, and stepping up to serve right now for Oregon State. Yasmin Arliglu, last season 24 aces for Oregon State.
Her serve goes across. Pass from Kotzikov. Bump set from Maddie Maxwell. Hamaker has it deflect out of bounds off the Oregon State back row. Hamaker comes off the bench and picks up a kill late in this 3rd set. And now it's match point for the Beach. The Pyramid faithful will get up on their feet, looking for the match to finish right here. Heading behind the service line will be Anna Jelinek. Has had a very good game here, the true freshman, much improved from her first night performance. Match point for the Beach. Jelinek lobs it across the net. Oregon State on the attack. They go to the outside. Jelinek with a dig. Maddie Maxwell sets to Hamaker, and it's a kill. Hamaker picks up her 2nd kill in this 3rd set, and the Beach have swept Oregon State 3 in a row. The 3rd set final score 25-16. Long Beach State with an excellent performance here in their 2nd match of the season as they get their first victory.
Yeah, and it's the freshman Sydney Hamaker, the late sub in the 3rd set, who's responsible for those last 2 points for Long Beach State, provides the assist, and then plays the attack off the double block. Long Beach dominant in the 3rd set. Their best set, dare I say, of the season so far, Bruce, winning it 25-16, a sweep of Oregon State, and their first win of the season.
You know, JD, we talked about it after that first match against Stanford. There were a lot of encouraging things to take, but ultimately Stanford being the number 6 team in the country, the talent wound up prevailing. But Long Beach was able to shake that off and come out tonight. They played a very complete match here against Oregon State. The serve receive was much better than it was against Stanford. The attack looked very efficient. Maddie Maxwell had a fantastic game at the setter spot. A lot of things to love about this Long Beach team through 2 matches.
Yeah, take a look at the splits here, Bruce. By set, first set, Long Beach hit 452. Second set, they hit 293. And the 3rd set, they hit 370. Those are great numbers. Really consistent splits through 3 sets. Some high performers tonight. Logan King, a new career high in kills. She has 17, followed by Annabelle Kotzikov, who came alive here in the 2nd game of the season. Her 9 kills. Ty Elise Agee, who also has 9. Bruce, up and down the stats, you just see top performers doing their thing. A very exciting start to the season for Long Beach State. This was the bounce-back game they needed after an encouraging start against Stanford.
Anna Jelinek had a great game as well as the libero, true freshman for Long Beach. Jelinek picked up her first collegiate service ace, also led the team with 10 digs. Looked very good in the back row tonight for Long Beach as they win it. A clean sweep, 3 sets in a row for Long Beach. First set final score was 25-17. Second set 25-22, and 3rd set 25-16. The Beach with a sweep of Oregon State here on their home floor. They'll be back at it tomorrow as they host UCLA in a coming back home match for the new UCLA setter, Zayna Meyer, who was the Long Beach setter previously. So we will be back on the air for that one at 5, but that'll do it for us here tonight. Long Beach State beats Oregon State in a clean sweep at the Pyramid. And as I said, do it for us. JayDe Beaudry next to me, Alex Prado monitoring the stream, the rest of our 22 West Sports crew around the Pyramid tonight. I'm Bruce Kuntz. This has been Long Beach State Women's Volleyball on 22 West Radio. We'll be back on the air tomorrow night at 5 p.m. as the Beach Women's Volleyball program hosts UCLA. Thanks for joining us here for this one.